I think something's wrong. Just a second. Just a second. Now I think this is better. Is this better? I'm not quite there yet. Just a sec. Just a sec. I'm coming back. All right, there it is. All right, now I'm good to go. I just wanted to have some fun. Well, there's only Destiny here. Well, not only, but there's only one person in the chat. Hello, Destiny. Thank you for being here. Let me share this out. I will share this on. Yeah, I bought a new house. Isn't it cool? Let me share this on Facebook. And let's go share that in my wonderful chat. Kanuki Rookies, and here it is. It's funny because YouTube sends me a message saying, "Hey, you're live." Yeah, I think I know. I was hoping. Okay, so let's see if I just do this here. See? So I have a green screen. Well, green screen-ish. Let's see what happens if I put the green screen on. This should be... I have to make a door. I want to build a door. I suck at building things, but still, this is something I want to do. So there's an option on StreamYard where I can click and say, I have a green screen. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this is if I don't put anything at all. Let's see what happens if I put it to 100%. So apparently I'm green. This is 75%. 75%. Let's see, 66%. I'm like a ghost. Let's put it to 55. Oh, okay. Let's see what happens at 60. Looks like I have a pair of panties right there. Okay, let's see at 40%. So this year, yeah, the pair of panties is actually one of those things to start a fire. 25%, see, there's nothing. So it would be kind of hard to use it. I don't know why to even have that. I guess if it was like a wall, it could be working a little bit better. But if I uncheck the green screen, boom, it looks a lot better. The Invisible Man. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Tracy. Nice to have you here. There are some nights where I have a bunch of things planned. Tonight, I don't really have anything planned at all. I'm just going to be here and rambling for a little while. After my live stream, you will be redirected to Scott Rambling with the Brooms. He has a fun collab. Tracy, that's something you might be interested in. It's a collab done by some folks in the United States. 3 young girls that, they sing very, very well. And they are religious people, and I'm pretty sure they would be a little bit more down your aisle than they would be to me. They're smart. They're young. I mean, they're I think the youngest one is around 10 and the oldest one is around 18. But they do gardening and they do all that kind of stuff. And it's a collab about I guess it's 6 seeds that they want to share, and I guess it could be sustainable for family. I don't know. Remy is live. Yes, Remy is live. Hello, Tiffany. Nice to have you here. Rambling with Remy. Yeah, I have 8 people watching. Don't hesitate to give me a thumbs up and say hello. Love the hat. Thank you. It was one of Scott's live stream. I think it was back in November, and as soon as I jumped on his live stream, there was a giveaway, and I think I was just like putting the hashtag just on time, and I ended up being the winner. And at the same time he was sending me this hat, I was actually sending him some moose jerky. Although he couldn't eat it all because he left it open in the fridge and ended up, being moldy. So, hello, Michael, Heritage Farms. Nice to have you here. Thank you so much. I have to catch up on your channel. It's been so long. I see like a few videos here and there. I know you have your live streams on Saturdays, but it's usually a little bit too late for me by the time it gets there. It's either because I'm out with friends or family, or I'm home because I'm too tired and I'm in bed. I think last week you went on Sunday, and you were kind of late too, so I couldn't catch it, but I will have to try hard and stay awake and be there for one of your live streams. So people saying hi to each other. So week number 2 at my new job. It's kind of cool. It is busy, but in a fun way. I'm not overwhelmed. It's not like my old job was. You could have like one week where it was so calm and nothing was happening and you were looking for stuff to do. And then the next week, it could be crazy where you don't have time to eat, you don't have time to go to break. And I ended up coming back home, having to do some work from home. And there's really nobody that could help me with what I did. And the proof is I've been gone for 2 weeks. They were told 2 months ago, 8 weeks ago, that I was leaving, and they still couldn't find anyone to replace me. Some people applied, and when they saw the job, they refused. And one of them tried for the exam, and she failed. So it shows that I was kind of I don't want to brag, but I was kind of important there, but not in a fun way. Well, at first I thought it was fun because if you're the only one that can do a specific job, then you have the big side of the stick, like we say in French. You have the long side of the stick. You have the power. You can negotiate for what you want. They can't really say no because if you leave, there's nobody to do the job. But they thought I was bluffing, and I asked for a few simple requests that were denied, and well, I left. And the job I have now, it's not as stressful. Maybe it will be, of course, after I'm used to it, but I feel like there could be a lot of work to do, but there's 8 of us doing it. So if I end up having to do overtime, I won't be the only one. I'm going to have a whole team behind me to help me out, which is kind of cool. I don't know if you've seen my little short video I posted, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I have a window. I've spent the last 15 years inside a building with no windows. It's one thing when you have a break in the summer and you can go outside. But in the winter, minus 15, minus 20 Celsius, which is still way below freezing temperatures For those of you in the States, you don't want to go outside on break. You don't want to go outside on lunch break or anything like that. So it's fun to have some sunlight finally. And some of you already know that I'm suffering from seasonal depression. So being stuck inside from December to January with no light, you go to work, the sun isn't up yet. You get out of work, the sun is already down. So it was 2 months every year where I felt like I had a huge lack of energy. My emotions were all scrambled. I couldn't, there was pain. I was just in pain. And now, I don't know, it feels different. I have light coming in my office. I'm bringing a few tricks with me because working as a pharmacy IT, I learned a lot of tricks. I learned a lot of ways to bypass the system, kind of. And, I brought that with me where I'm working now at the payroll. Family comes first. Yeah, it's not really about the family per se. It's mostly because you're a little bit behind me in terms of time. So if you go live at 8 p.m. your time, it's actually 10 p.m. my time. So most of the time, I'm already in my pajama, ready to go to bed, or almost asleep. 5 members on the No Borders Homesteaders Patreon. Nice. For those of you who don't know Tracy, you're more than welcome to share the link here if you want. A couple of us, the Kanuki Rookies, as we call ourselves. There's Angie from Me and New Acres, Annie from Back to Basics Homestead, Maryland from Little Homestead by the Beach, Tracy from Tihin 141, Darren from Thorhaven Farm, myself. We have the participation of Patrick Cost. We might have Lynn from Bucket List Homestead coming in once in a while. We might also have a few more guests. So if you feel like being part of something fun, just let us know, and we might be able to squeeze you in. There are a lot of people out there, a lot of homesteaders out there that do incredible stuff, and I can only see the fun it would be if there was like 5 or 6 of us picking in someone's brain. Let's say we invite Michael to our live stream, for example, and we start questioning him about what he does, how he does it. We might think about different aspect of homesteading that nobody thought about, and get those answers out, which would be kind of cool. And I know this is not the main goal of we're actually doing podcast. It's not really live stream. When I say live stream, it's not live streams. We do podcasts. Tracy shared the link down below. Hit that like button. Thank you so much. Spent 25 years in a building with no window. Felt the same way. Yeah, it's really, really hard on the mind when I'm claustrophobic, and staying stuck in a small area isn't for me. Like, I have a small office here. Obviously you can't see right now, but it's only like 4 square feet. But I have just like a blanket here for door, so I don't feel stuck. But being in the pharmacy, which is in the middle of the hospital, on the 2nd floor, you can't go up the roof. You can't go down on the 1st floor. You basically, just being stuck inside. You can't see the light. It feels so good right now. And we have I have my own office. So yeah, kind of a cool little story. At the hospital, you need your manager to approve pretty much anything you want. So if you want to have new equipment, the manager has to put in a request for that new equipment. And we were working with a small laptop, like a very tiny, tiny screen. I'm guessing it's only like 12 inches screen. And then you have two regular screens. But it's kind of hard to do because when you work with payroll and you have to do all kind of stuff with Service Canada, or you have to enter the unemployment records and things like that, you might have a screen open for the software you're using, another one for the email you're trying to work on, another one for like Service Canada on the internet. You might have another Excel document open somehow because you need to have some information on what to do. And, you have your team software there open because people keep, asking questions and helping each other out. So basically, we would kind of need 6 screens, but we only have 3, and I can almost say 2.5 because the third one is really, really small. Yes, it looks huge. Hello, Marilyn. Nice to have you here. Thomas, nice to have you here. Oh, just saying bye to my grandparents. Be back soon. Awesome. So knowing that you need your manager to ask for a new computer screen, to have like 3 big ones so you can actually get some work done. Knowing that the managers don't really like, my new boss seems to be an angel. Like, she's really nice. She's really open-minded about those things. I'm sure if I asked her, she would have said yes. But being there for only 2 weeks, I'm like, I can't go and ask for too much, I've already been asking a few things, like this little Jibra puck, which has like a little microphone and speakers on it at the same time. You just plug it USB and you can have like a meeting without needing the microphone and the speakers, I requested a few things like that and it was approved. But you can bypass that request if you're asking for a second-handed item. So I know the IT guy that works in the IT department because obviously we've been working very closely in the last couple of years. So I sent him a message. I said, hey, you have 2 second-handed screen down there laying around. He's like, yes, you need one? I'm like, yeah, I would take 2. One for myself and one for my colleague. He's like, no problem, I'll get that done. You don't need a manager's request for that because it's second-handed. So I'm like, yeah, cool. Wickershire Project Off-Grid, thank you so much for being here. Thing is with that, though, let's say in a month, the screen stops working. Just open a ticket, service desk, saying, hey, my screen's not working. It's broken. You'll get a new one. Bypassing the system. Those are all tiny little tricks that, working at the hospital for 15 years, you end up finding about. I have a few tricks as well in terms of being notified when someone makes a change to a specific document. Sorry, I'm not even tired. It's just I'm yawning whenever I don't know, might not be enough hair in here or whatever. We have a document on the server that we have to go look into every once in a while because they will add a schedule and change the schedule for who has to take care of the original mailbox. So next week it's going to be me and someone else. I think there's actually 4 of us because there's 2 of us that are actually new and they want to make sure that it's done properly, and they're going to teach us at the same time. But eventually I will be doing it alone, Wickershire Project Hub Grid is Billy. That's good to know. I'll try to remember that. So that document, my colleague told me that every day or every once in a while she has to go look in there to make sure the schedule didn't change. And I'm like, you don't need to go and look in there to be sure. I was able to put a notification. I'm Trouble. That's my name. You're Trouble? All right, Trouble. So yeah, I was able to put a little notification on that document that whenever someone would make a change on it, would receive an email. So yeah, there could be people going in, saving the document without really changing anything. But if there's a change done, then you know that you can go and take a look sometime this week, because the schedule won't change for this current week. It'll change for the next one. So you only have to go and look on Friday. If there's no notification at all, then you don't need to go and take a look at all. I already entered in my calendar all the next few weeks where I'm going to be doing the rotation in the emails. And if there's a change, I'm gonna get an email. If not, it's in my calendar. And obviously, by the next 2 months, there's going to be a change because the schedule is only like 2 months in advance. Just a few tiny tricks like that I was able to bring. I'm still waiting for a little meeting with my boss because my IT brain spotted a few things that we could improve to help the work getting done better. Another example I can give is we have an Excel document on a server where like 4 or 5 people work on that specific document. But being on a server, nobody can work on it at the same time. So if I have it open and someone else wants to access the document, I have to save it, get out, wait for that person to be done, and go back in. If we had it on Teams, in Microsoft Teams, there's an option like you have notification, chat, Teams. We could create a team that would be called payroll, and in there we can add the documents, and everyone can work in the same document at the same time, which is kind of cool. I know there's probably some IT people out there. I know MB Research Farm, you're probably aware of some of that stuff. I think it was you that was kind of good in the computers and stuff. I know Patrick Cost is pretty good at that too. It's only small tricks. Like Marilyn, if you work at your job and there's a few documents that a lot of you are working on simultaneously, there might be a good option to have a team created in the software Teams, and from there you can all work on the same document. It was kind of cool, especially in the pharmacy when we started working with that, because my boss had this back order document, and she was asking me to update it as the stuff came in. The emails came in saying, okay, this medication is now on back order, and this one is now unavailable, and this one is now on allocation, and things like that. But every once in a while, she would ask me to get out of the document because she needed to open it to present it to her original meeting. Now at the end, I didn't need to get out. I could be working simultaneously while she was actually presenting, and she'd be like, oh, Remy just added a new one, so this medication will be back ordered since blah, blah, blah. And it's pretty cool. You do it, no worry, awesome. Yeah, it's a good thing from Microsoft to do. My cousin here. Hello, Karen. Nice to have you here as well. So, how did your live stream end? I kind of missed the end of your live stream. I think it was Wednesday. I'm trying to think if I have anything new to show. What did I get? Yeah, I purchased one of those things. Oh, you can't see because it's green. Can anyone guess what this is? It's kind of hard for you to see. Let's see if I put it in front of me. I didn't even open it yet. Mine are Mondays. After all the sound trouble, we ended up chatting for about an hour. Time goes by so fast. Yeah. I don't know why I feel like it was just like 2 days ago. But yeah, that's good. Nope, it's not a seed starter. The bag is shredded open. It's one of those balls, or root balls, I think it's called, where you'll put soil and does it lock? Oh yeah, it locks like this. You have a little lock here, and I think by opening it I broke it. That means it's not that strong. It might just be for single use, but I can always like just put some tape around. It doesn't matter how good or how bad it looks on a tree. The goal is to have, well, I still have tie wraps, so I could always tie it up with tie wraps, which is still pretty neat. And I have a bunch of different sizes. I have 6 black ones, 4 bigger green ones, and one, two, trying to see the green ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 smaller white ones. So basically, I will be able to propagate apple trees, ash caps, pear trees, plum trees, anything like that I want. Let's see if I can put it in front of me. So yeah, I have some big green ones. The green ones are about the size of a softball. The small white ones, well, transparent ones are pretty much the size of a golf ball. The black ones seem to be about the size of a baseball. And that kit was just about between $16 and $18, I think, on Amazon. Good guesses, good guesses. Hair pruner kit. Yeah, I have grafting kit, but this is something different that I want to try. If I can get some roots on any of my bushes or any of my trees, that should be pretty cool. Hello, Michael Sharp. Nice to have you here, buddy. We're kind of a little bit busier at this time, right? Usually we're on the ball with each other's videos, but now it seems like we're getting a little bit behind. But that's okay. I mean, we're busy, and we're still supporting each other as much as we can. Is that to keep birds and squirrel off the fruits? Nope. Those are little balls where you would put soil in them, and you would take like a small knife and remove the bark from the branch. Let's say I have an apple tree, The size of the branch would decide which ball I would take, I guess. So you remove the bark from the branch. You might even had a little bit of, do I have that here? Yeah, I have it right here, actually. Um, I'm going to remove this background. It might not be as appealing to see this. I have some of that stuff. You would put that around the branch. Oh, that kind of suck. You would put that around the branch, but you don't necessarily need it. Just put some, keep your soil moist, put it around the branch where you remove the bark. Leave it there for about 2 to 3 months. That's the idea anyway. I didn't try it. I don't know if it works or not. A buddy of mine, my girlfriend's cousin, told me that it actually works pretty well. That would need to be done in the spring as much as possible before the tree comes out of dormancy. Yeah, for root cutting, the idea is that the branch will keep sending nutrients to the end of the branches, and by having that there, it will create the branch to develop roots around the branch, and then you can just take your cutters, cut it, open the ball, plant that, and it'll have a brand new clone tree. Yes. What else did I get? I feel like oh, well, yeah. I don't know if you can see, but it's a USB hub. I have a smaller one here, but they're all full. Oh, that's not good. That means something's loose. Because, I have my GoPro charging. I have my camera. I have my ring light. I have my microphone, my keyboard, my mouse. I have a bunch of hard drives that I can put my data on. I have 2 chargers for my 2 little microphone that go with my cell phone. I also have I don't know what else, but a bunch of things, and I need a lot of USB ports, and this allows me to have a little bit more. I think that's pretty much all I got this week. I didn't order much. I didn't even have time to go. I don't want to say play, but I didn't have time to go have fun with my new survival kit. I don't know if you've seen this. Tiny little shovel and a lot of things in here. I have so many fun planned for the summer. Can't wait. Usually I'm just anxious about gardening. This year, I'm anxious about gardening, and I'm also anxious about a lot of different things that I want to do. I want to go camping with the kids, changing my channel a little bit. I'm still going to be able to harvest food, but the channel's not going to be as much about the gardening aspect of growing food. I'll still show my chickens, my rabbits, my turkeys when I get them. I'm still going to go and, forage. Well, that's going to be a little bit more related to my new direction I want to take with my channel. Root cutting. Part way along, a branch still attached to the tree. Yes. So, let's say this is a branch, okay? You would put your ball around it like this. It will stay like this with soil inside the ball. I don't like holding it like this, but anyway, you get the point. After like maybe 3 months, you open the ball slowly, and you should see some roots. So once you start seeing roots, and you can see that the roots are strong, you can take your cutters, cut underneath the ball, and you can take that branch with the roots and if you that's not that. Yeah, I did exactly what I laughed at Patrick Cost for doing the other night. But that's the idea. You put the ball around the branch with soil. Eventually, it will create some roots. Once the roots are established and strong enough, you just cut the branch. You'll take the ball with the branch, open it up, plant that, and you have a brand new tree. Play the piano. That's one of the instruments I would love to play that I just can't wrap my head around. I actually tried to find someone a couple of years back that could teach me. It didn't work out. I can play a little bit of guitar. I can, follow someone maybe a little bit. I can maybe learn to play the bass, um, the flute, the trumpet, or anything like that. I might be able to, even if I never actually tried. But those instruments, whenever I take them in my hands, I feel like I could do something with them. I've played the drums a little bit, like I know a few beats, but piano is not one of them. I don't think it's contagious. I just think that it's because I touched it. There might be like one USB port that might be loose. Still, you don't hear the noise. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you. See, I have a nice room now. You didn't see me go through that portal, right? I entered a portal and I ended up here. Definitely not that kind of Friday. Wild edibles is a deep subject that too few people have been taught. Self-training takes a long time, but teaching the future generation is something that is close to my heart. That's good to know. There's a channel, a friend of mine has a channel called Wild Edibles. And lately I found a new channel. Let me see if I can find it. I'm sure if I go check one of my shorts videos here, it should be in there somewhere because he keeps okay, let me open this up. So you heard, let's check this out. The guy is pretty awesome. He does a lot of foraging. I don't usually do shout outs to people I don't know, but I feel like this guy could probably teach anyone some pretty cool stuff. I'm hoping it's fine with him that I do this. Hopefully you won't mind. I'm actually doing him a favor here. He has all kind of videos, return to the wild, feral foraging. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, here's the link. And yeah, this guy does a lot of foraging. He talks about all kind of different plants, explaining how to differentiate them, how to identify turkey tails. Yeah, that's turkey tail, all right. That's a very, very good mushroom to have if you can find it and learn about it. Is there... I'd like to find a nice short video that I could actually show you that'd be kind of cool. Let's see. Okay, I don't want to. Ah, that's me. See that right there? That's me. Yeah, I have the window open because it's easier for me to see the chat. Hopefully, if he watches this or if he gets notification that I used is short, he won't be offended. If he is, I will just cut it out. But I just, that's one example, one tiny little trick that he did, and I find it's pretty cool because it's true. If you go out there looking for elderberries, even if you find some, you might be too late in the season. And same goes for a lot of things. If you go try to find some chanterelle mushrooms, by the time you find them, slug will probably be all over them. You have to find them when they're still young, and you can watch them grow and be there and be ready whenever it's time to harvest them. And that's just one trick that we all know it, but we just don't think about it. And we go out and, we don't really find anything interesting because it's too late. Christine, hello. Nice to have you here. If you stay in my live stream, and depending how long I last here, after I'm done, you will be redirected to Scott Rambling with the Brooms live stream. Healthy Aesthetics is a bit of an awkward guy, but he deep dives in his explanations. Another one is a guy named Yarrow, but I don't know his channel name. Okay. There was one, The Outsider. The Outsider is a channel. The guy actually built an off-grid cabin with his dad, and not too long ago his dad passed away. But what he was doing was kind of cool. But before he started building this cabin, it's almost like a palace. Before he started building it, he had a few videos of wild plants that you could forage. He's the one that actually taught me about sumac. And I'm going to say this. Even if you see a video out there about foraging any single item, any plant, any mushroom, anything at all, really, always double check your sources. Always, even triple checks. Because if you don't triple check, double check at least, you might think you have the right plant, the right berry, the right mushroom, and you take a bite and it's too late, you're gone. I'm actually taking an online foraging class right now at the moment, and if anyone is interested in having a one-on-one class or anything really about foraging, that girl Jessica, she's amazing. She has a lot of knowledge. I don't know if she still has space in your calendar for someone else, but anyway, I can always take a look. So basically, it was $800 for a year, but I was able to pay like I pay monthly payments. And she teaches me every single tiny detail to look for in a mushroom. You might see two mushrooms that you think are identical, and sometimes it's just a matter of cutting them in half to see that there's a difference between both of them. One of them is deadly toxic and the other one is actually edible. Sometimes it might just be the stem. The stem might be different. The color, the spores, the way that the mushroom will spread is with the spores. If you might have two identical mushrooms, one of them has a brown spore and the other one has a white one, and one is good and one's not, and it's almost the same mushroom. Yarrow Willard name is Herbal Jedi. Let's see if I can find him. Herbal Jedi. That would be interested for sure. So I'm guessing the video his thumbnail looks like he has. It looks like a giant yellow bean in his hands, but might be like a plant or something. Grow your own mushrooms. Gateway herb. Dave, that guy might have a few things you might like. A few pretty cool videos. Herbal Jedi. Go take a look. Yes, research, and that's one of the things my teacher told me Wednesday when I took the class. She said, I will never get offended if you ask me a question about something and I tell you what it is and you go online and ask someone else. Like, I won't get offended if I see this, because she says she doesn't want anyone eating something that person's not comfortable eating, because it's your life you're dealing with. I mean, we go to the store, we buy carrots. We know it's a carrot. We know it's edible. But you eat a mushroom, we don't know. It's growing in the wild. I mean, I'm used to harvest blueberries since I was a kid. My parents never told me the lookalikes. But we always knew what a blueberry was, and we would never eat anything without my parents being sure what was around. Where we go for blueberries, there's no lookalike around, at least none that we ever found. And now, like Karen, you were saying that there's not enough knowledge being passed around. That's something I'm trying to teach my kids, and I don't want to show them too much, because I don't want them to go out there and just start eating anything they find. But I also want to teach them so that they're aware that there are some good things out there. And, maybe at some point I will take them out and show them exactly what it's all about once they're older, and I'll be able to know a little bit more about the lookalikes. Because, I can go in the woods, find chanterelles, and I'll know what it is. I'm pretty confident by now that I can find what it is. But I'm not sure that I'd be able to explain all the difference between the chanterelle and a lookalike. Yeah, his channel's pretty cool. I'm actually going to subscribe. He's got 242,000 subscribers, 224 videos. That is a guy. Awesome. That's pretty cool. He's got a lot of nice playlists too. I'll take a look. Mushrooms can be deadly. Canadian moonseed can be dangerous too. Mushrooms can be deadly, but plants can be deadly too, and even trees. You can find, a spruce. Take the needles, do a tea, you'll be fine. And there's a look-alike right next to it. You don't see it, and you start drinking the tea, and you die. It's as crazy as this. I wanted to say something. Yeah. So even a cedar is something you can actually make a nice tea with. You can take the cedar green part, make a nice tea, and it's actually very, very rich in vitamin C, and it has a lot of nice nutrients. But if you don't know how to use it, it can be deadly. My teacher didn't even know that. It's something I found in one of my books, and then she started looking around and she realized that I was right. You can take cedar green, put it in water, just warm water, drink it, you'll be fine. But if you boil it, it will release a toxin that could actually kill you. So there are so many tiny details about foraging that you have to be careful for, that it's not a good idea to go out there and just go blind, start eating or trying. Or I watched a few YouTube videos, and the information I took from them is like, okay, sumac. The guy was talking about sumac that was growing here in New Brunswick, and it was actually edible. So I'm like, okay, I wrote it down, sumac. I took a few pictures from Google to see what it looked like. I read a few books, a few websites showing me what it was. I started looking for any lookalikes, because you have to know what could look like it. Otherwise, it could be dangerous. After doing tons of research, I found out that there's not really anything that kind of looks like it. There are some, but they're not the same color. I started reading about how to do it, how to use it, how to do my lemonade kind of with sumac. Can also be dehydrated for a little nice spice. Even after all that, I asked a few friends, is that really sumac? Yes. And I'm pretty sure that it is because of this and this and this and that. And then yeah, you have it, Karen. But the ones I found, I'm pretty I wouldn't be here if I wasn't sure what it was. In the 1940s, people knew the stuff. By the 70s, it was starting to be lost. Yeah, because back in the days, people did not have internet. They didn't have TVs. They didn't have cell phones. They'd be outside playing, making shelters, making little tree houses, going out in the wild, exploring nature, and they would know about that stuff. And if you would buy a book, the book would have been pretty safe. Now with AI, I would not trust a book. Not a book that would have been written in the past year, let's say, unless you can go and do your research on the author and be convinced that the information is real. I've seen some AI generated books that had wrong information. So you read one of those books, you think you're pretty good to go, and it could be fatal. Teach them to respect mushrooms, definitely. I go grouse hunting with my kids. I usually ask them to look on the ground for grouse. I'll be looking on the ground for grouse, and every once in a while I'll see a birch, and I'll be looking for shaga. If I find mushrooms on the ground that I know are good, I'm gonna go and harvest them. But I teach them as I go. But I also tell them, never, never, never eat anything without confirming with someone that knows what they're doing. Don't put anything in your mouth before you ask me. If I don't know what it is, you don't eat it. I'll look at it. If I know 100% what it is, then you're safe. There are so many berries, especially here in New Brunswick. There's like maybe 50 different kind of berries, and about half of them are deadly toxic. Yes, and I know Marie-Laine from Little Homestead by the Beach did something similar too. And I now know how to grow mushrooms on my own property. And a lot of people are talking about chanterelles, how they're almost impossible um, to grow on your property. Um, I have a way of doing it, but it's a process that might take 5 to 10 years to do. Well, being allergic is something that you want to be careful for sure. Yeah, there's a few different kinds. I don't know all the names, uh, but I know what they look like, and I know that I would never eat them. How to garden? Thank you so much for stopping by. How's it going? Stay going with the red berries growing upward. White berries hanging downward are dangerous. Yes. Foraging is awesome, but you have to respect the knowledge. I eat pork, but it can be deadly if not cooked correctly. Yeah, and it's the same thing about the elderberries. The red elderberries are said to be very toxic, but you read some information where it says that if it's cooked properly, then it's safe. So, what information is the right information? If I don't know, I'm not going to eat it. Simple as that. Hello, Thomas. Thank you for being back, I guess. Hall's great, actually. My new job is awesome. It's the weekend. Yes, it is good. Having a great tomato season this year. I still have some frozen tomatoes, actually. I might have to do some soup sooner than later. A lot of stuff, if we don't know of, we take off to my grandma. She usually knows. She's been doing that stuff since she was a little girl. Yeah, there's a lot of elder people out there with the knowledge. And if we don't start asking questions now or try to learn now, that knowledge will be lost. Our grandparents used to have a garden. My parents did not. And now I'm gardening. We skipped a generation. Yep, don't take a chance. Ripe elderberry worry is a trace amount of cyanide. You cook them to release it. That's what I was told, and I was told that you might have to cook them a few times, like not cook them a few times, but maybe cook them a little bit longer. Cook them, maybe like screen them and cook them again, or there's a lot of different opinion on the red elderberry. But it's the same thing. Cyanide is in pretty much any seed you'll find in any fruit. You can find some in apples. You can find some in cherries and grapes. You just have to make sure you don't eat it. My dad always had a big garden at the lot. He has a 5,000-gallon water tower and a 3 inches water pump down at the creek to water everything. Nice. Serge has a big beaver pond, and that's where we get the water from. He has a big pump, and he puts all the water in my big white 1,000-gallon tote, and I take the water from there and give it to the animals because we don't have running water on his property. Normally see them fermented and made into syrup. Yep. Syrup is what I heard also. I remember one time was a little guy, Elish, came into the bathtub and I'm pretty sure I would still freak out. Yep, not for me. I have a greatly respected book written in 2008 that has thrown off my trust in a single resource. In a section on Sweet Gale, it talks about being favored by uh, I do not know much about red elders. Yeah, there's conflicted information out there, so that's one that I would never trust the information I find. Take care, Christine. Might see you again on Scott's live stream in a few minutes. Maryland. Elderberry and blueberry mixed jam. So good. Nice. Edible and Medicinal Plants of Canada by Line Pine Publishing. I wonder if that's the one I have. Edible and Medicinal Plants. Like of Canada by Lynn Pine. I don't know if that's her name. Let me just look if I can probably find a cover with the title. Edible and medicinal Plants of Canada by Lynn Pine. Image. Yeah, it has like the green leaves and blueberries and cherries or whatever. Yeah. I don't think that's the one I don't have that one, but I think that's one I purchased a couple of years back for a friend of mine. And I realized that Amazon had delivered it to the wrong city, to the wrong person. So they just replaced it. And then, from what I understand, Amazon found out that it was sent to the wrong place and sent another one. So the guy in question, my friend in question, got two. He's supposed to send me one. I'm still waiting 2 years later. It has white flowers and red berries at the front. Lone Pine Publishing. Yeah, I think that's the one I had. My screen there. Pretty. It looks like a pretty cool book. Let's see. Is Scott started? Yes, he is. He has special guests. I just want to see. Holy jeez, he has a lot of people already. It's worth having a dozen books to compare. Yeah, exactly. You can find a tiny little thing like that, a little flyer like this one. Now you can't see because of that. I will remove the background again because it's bugging me. So this is what you'll have until I'm done. It's in French, but it's showing a lot of mushrooms. Now, I'm not sure I would trust it 100%. I don't know if you can see, probably. You see the different colors, like you have black, red, blue, and green. So according to the legend I have here, black is unknown. I think. Let me just double check. Black is unknown. Red is toxic. Orange means it's edible, but like there's no interest. Blue is good, edible. And green is very good, edible. Like the greens are the one you want to look for. So what I can do with this flyer or poster or whatever it is, I'll look for the ones that are green and blue, write them down, and do some research on them and try to find them. Funny thing is, I've been looking for chickens of the wood, well, for the past year, not really knowing what it is, but you're trying to find. I was trying to find something that would look like what I saw in the pictures, and if I ever found some, I would send a picture to my teacher and ask all about the different features and double check to make sure I had the right thing, because I wanted to try. I guess it's pretty good. Take care, Karen. Thank you so much for stopping by. Turns out that there was a tree stump on my front neighbor's property, well, right next to the road. So basically, I can be walking on the side of the road and reach them. There were mushrooms on it, and they were kind of cool. And I sent it to my teacher, and she's like, "Man, you found chicken of the woods. I've been looking in the woods for the past year, and you tell me that I had chicken of the woods right in my face the whole time. I can't wait for next summer, because I will have a lot more knowledge about foraging, and there's going to be a lot of different things that I want to try." Someone asked me lately to make a video on the puffball mushrooms, showing how I dehydrate them and how I use them. It might be hard for me to show how I dehydrate them now, because I don't have any on hand, but I will definitely be showing a few of the things I can do with them. As cheesy as it sounds, those Mr. Noodle little soup packs or whatever it is, like it's only noodles and salt, basically. Like, it's not good for your health at all, but you can always add a few things in it to make it better. And I find that it's a quick meal. What I do is I will add some cayenne pepper and garlic and things like that. And sometimes I'll add a little bit of mushroom powder. Hopefully I don't have any kidney stones issues. My back is killing me again. So it's giving a different taste to my soup, which is kind of cool, and I get all the nutrients also. Folders like that are easy to carry, though. Yeah, they are easy to carry. They could help me identify what I'm looking for, but I can also take pictures and bring the pictures on my cell phone, which would be even easier to carry. Some people have fantastic metabolism. They can consume a small amount of cyanogetic glycoside. There is known amygdalin in apple pips trace amount. Yeah. I know some people will eat the apple core and the whole thing, and they don't die. There is a little bit of cyanide in them, in the seeds, but not enough to kill you. It might do some damage on the long run if you eat a lot, but yeah, exactly. So it's something that could happen, but not necessarily. It won't kill you right away. So any plans this weekend? Anyone? I have to make a video about a new internet, or not internet, Wi-Fi booster that I got. I also want to go for a small hike in the woods. Maybe put some hair snares. We're not expecting snow anytime soon, so maybe it's a good time for me to go and put some out there. Tomorrow morning, the farmers market is opening again. They took a break for the holidays, and they're opening back. So maybe I will just go and take a look. Not buy anything because I'm broke at the moment, But might be fun to go and see what's going on. Apparently, there's a lot of new people there selling different stuff. Probably just milling and probably put in some minnow traps. We just got back from a winter camp trip 2 days ago. Yeah, I didn't watch your latest videos because I'm really, really, really busy. Love the piano in the background. What piano? Where do you see a piano? But yeah, those videos, they usually work very, very well. If you go for a camping trip, fishing, ice fishing, those videos are gold. Those could be exactly what you're missing to reach monetization. Let me just see. I'm curious. Did I miss 914 subscribers? So you're really, really, really close. So the last video, okay, I'm not too far behind. Well, there's still a lot of videos for me to watch. You have a lot of views on your videos. A day of directional drilling for fiber optic internet. 3.8K views. That's awesome. And I keep telling my friends, I wish I was a woman. I can see that you put your girlfriend in your thumbnails. And like I keep telling my friends, the women, they don't need to be in a bikini for thumbnails to work. You just need to show that girl looks good, you know. So I'm sure that all the videos I see your girlfriend in a close-up view have tons of views. Let's just put it this way. Whenever she's on there in the video somehow, you get a lot of views. So that's keep going like this. I don't even understand why you're not at 100, not 100, but 1,000K yet. But you're getting close, really, really close. Let me share your channel. If you're out there watching right now, go take a look, subscribe, and watch a few videos from Thomas and his girlfriend Elisa, right? Not Alicia, but Elisa. Awesome stuff, awesome content, and let's help them get to their 1,000 subscribers mark. Yeah, they're getting up there. Facebook Shorts are getting 20, 50K views, and yeah, anything with yeah. Well, it's only normal, right? Like, who wants to see a guy like me on a thumbnail? Nobody. You get that much views on shorts? How many shorts do you post in a day? Okay, I don't see any videos, any shorts with that much views. 1.4K, 1.5K. 2.1K. You have a lot of shorts with over 2,000 views. That's pretty cool. I keep asking my girlfriend to be on my thumbnails. She doesn't need to be naked or in a bikini. I just want her to be there. She looks a lot better than me. My last thought on elderberries: if you don't know the strain, not to consume large round amounts, not knowing its full ripening date. The younger the berry's ripeness, the higher. Yeah, totally. Okay, so on your Facebook page, yeah. Well, Facebook has a different way of showing the videos than YouTube. I don't know if you can even get monetized on Facebook, but you're really close on YouTube. Uh, just keep being constant and steady, and you should reach it very soon. Because you're almost there, almost there. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. Um, and as soon as I click end, you will be redirected to Scott Rambling with the Brooms live stream. And yeah, he has special guests right now talking about a new collab they're doing. So don't hesitate to go there and show them some love. Yeah, we are about 3/4 of the way there on Facebook too. Awesome. All right. Well, take care, everyone. See you next Friday. And maybe I'll even see you in a few minutes on Scott's live stream. Take care.